Good morning and welcome to Unity Church of Practical Christianity's virtual version of our service. We're pleased that you're joining us here today. Today we'll be offering a meditation time in addition to our Sunday message, which will come from Reverend Judith Crooks. Throughout the service, special music will be provided by Duo Vance and Julianne Tutko. At the end of the service, we'll share some other ways that we're staying connected with you, our Unity family, during this time. Our mission at Unity Church is to realize and express our oneness with God. Our vision statement is that we are a loving, spiritual community where we teach, share, and express unity in all life. Now together, let's join in affirming our statement of being. Together. God is all, both invisible and visible. One presence, one mind, one power is all. This one that is all is perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. I am an individualized expression of God. I am ever one with this perfect life, perfect love, and perfect substance. From today's daily word, let go, let God. I let go and trust the divine in me. When faced with a decision to make, do my thoughts turn immediately to divine guidance, or do I seek God's help only when all else fails? Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore wrote that God loves to be used, and the more you use him, the more easily you use him, and the more pleasant his help becomes. God lives in me and expresses through me. All of the attributes of God are as near as my next thought. I release my attachment to limited human reasoning. I center my mind and heart on the constant flow of divine love, wisdom, understanding, and strength. In the divine flow, I find answers to questions. New possibilities for good emerge. I move forward with confidence. And from Deuteronomy chapter 4, verse 29. From there you will seek the Lord your God, and you will find him if you search after him with all your heart and soul. And now, as we begin our time of meditation, I invite you to get comfortable, to feel the support of your chair or the couch or the floor, perhaps to feel your feet beneath you or grounding you to the earth. And now I invite you to close your eyes and then to take a deep breath in and out, and in and out. Breathing in peace, breathing out worries, breathing in health, breathing out dis-ease. With each breath, feel yourself becoming more and more relaxed. Henry David Thoreau once said that it's not what you look at that matters, it's what you see. Think about that. We get to choose where we put our focus, and where we focus makes a difference in how we perceive our experience. Do we see the ominous bring the thunderstorm, or the beautiful rainbow they leave behind? Do we see the darkness of the night sky, or the twinkle of the stars sending their light to us millions of the universe? During times of duress, it can be easy to lose track of all that is well and good around us, and to instead let our focus become dark and dim. So in this now moment, where all is truly well and good, I invite you to focus on those elements of your life for which you are grateful, those elements that bring you light, that bring you love, that bring you joy. Perhaps you can begin by envisioning the people in your life for whom you are grateful. Let yourself imagine their faces. Consider the gifts that they bring to your life. Notice how you feel as you imagine these loved ones. And now just breathe into that feeling. Holding the vision of those loved ones, consider what else in your life is blessing you right here, right now. In your mind's eye, imagine yourself writing a list of every element, large and small, for which you are grateful in this now moment. It may be as large as your connection with God, or as small as the aroma of honeysuckle, as large as the miracle of your beating heart, or as small as the hue of your favorite color. No matter their size, these are our blessings, and it's all about where we choose to put our focus as our lists grow longer and longer and longer. It's not what you look at that matters. It's what you see. Throughout this week, I encourage you to take some time to return the list that you've created here today, and maybe even to add to it, letting what you see reflect the blessings of your now moments. And now, continuing to breathe deeply in and out, take whatever time you need to return to that chair, that couch, or that floor, bringing with you the sure knowledge that all is well and good right here, right now, and that indeed, no matter what our circumstances, we can choose to see and live gratitude and hope and faith every moment of every day. And for that, we say thank you, God. Thank you and amen.
Howard, thank you. And Anne, the meditation, wow. What a glorious morning. Sun is shining outside, although, well, we've got a little more that they're predicting today. I thought we'd talk a little bit about that. In fact, I had a request for a sermon this morning, and it's very, very seldom that I have a request for a sermon from my daughter. If you know kids. But anyway, spring is here, and with the spring rains, we're going to go wading in the puddles. And we're going to look at Genesis, the chapter 6, verses 9 through 17. And one day, God came to Noah and he said, "Noah?" "Who's that?" Noah said. "It's me, God." You know, God has to speak a little loudly sometimes when we're not listening very well. God said, "Yes, God, I need your help. I'm going to send a big rain that will cover all of the earth with water. And it's going to wash away all of the people and the things that are destroying my beautiful world. I want you to build a big boat, an ark." "Me? Build a boat? You've got to be kidding. I don't know how to build a boat," said Noah. "Yes, Noah, I will tell you how. And then you will take your family and 2 of each kinds of birds and animals onto the ark." "Even the snakes?" "Yes, Noah, even the snakes. Each kind, because every living thing on earth is very precious to me." "But Lord, how can I ever get all of that done? It'll take forever." Did you ever say that when you've had a big job to get done? Well, as the story goes, Noah built the ark and covered it and gathered up all of the animals 2 by 2, except, you know who? Those silly unicorns. And the rains came, and it rained and it covered all of the land so that you couldn't see a tree. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights. And then just as it had started, the rain stopped. And Noah got out and sent a dove to see if they could find dry land. And the dove finally came back with an olive branch in his beak, telling them that land was near. And when they arrived, Noah was so grateful that he gave thanks to God for bringing them back safely. Well, God was very pleased with what Noah had done, and he told Noah, he said, "I'm going to make a promise to you and to all of the people who live on earth forever after. And this promise will be for every living creature. Never again will I send a flood to cover the earth." And as God talked to Noah, a beautiful rainbow shone forth in the sky. And God said, "Whenever you see that rainbow, we will know that God remembers his promise to make good come our way, and we need never, ever be afraid when it rains." And you know, some of us have been feeling like that like we've been inundated with a flood in this coronavirus pandemic. Are you looking for the rainbow today? Are you looking out there to see the great good? Or are you immersed in the flood, perhaps having lost the job or even suffering from the virus itself? We're going to take a look at all of that today and see if we can take on a new perspective. Rainbows have always been a very, very special part of my life. Back when I was a child, I don't know if you ever did, but I was looking for that pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. I heard about that. And then when I was 12 years old, I joined the Rainbow Girls. That was quite an experience for me. And I also have a big selection in my photo album of photos from Arizona. There are no trees in Arizona to block the views, and we would have double and triple rainbows there looking over the rim, up and high as they would stretch out over the valley. So beautiful. And you know, there was a beautiful song sung in the Muppets a number of years ago. Kermit the Frog told us all about rainbows. He sang, "Why are there so many songs about rainbows? And what's on the other side?" Rainbows are visions, but only illusions, and rainbows have nothing to hide. So we've been told, and some choose to believe it. I know they're wrong. Wait and see. Someday we'll find it. The rainbow connection. The lovers, the dreamers, and me. Look for those rainbows. Why are there so many songs about rainbows? There are so many because those songs are talking about something in our spirit that knows itself to be so much more than we've been expressing. It knows itself to be connected with a dimension of life and power and beauty, a sweetness that is beyond the ordinary. Look around you at our earth, our sky. Our lives are literally filled with symbols, with conceptual things that remind us of our true identity, the potential that lives right here within us. There is so much more to life that we can't see. Intuitively, we know it. We feel that inner excitement, that awakening, and that's why we're here today, to that inner urging, that awakening. But we'll not find the rainbow connection until we dare to look beyond our fears and dream our dreams, live our lives, even right here in the midst of this pandemic. Become willing to change and grow within. Take that time to look beyond the challenges, beyond our earthly condition, to the stars. We've tended to focus on the floods in our lives. How often have we said, I'm washed up, I'm swamped, I've been flooded with. When we think of floods, we think overwhelmed, feeling that helplessness, that devastation. How many of you are feeling it today? The rainbow symbolizes the protecting power of God. And God is telling us that God is here with us, that there will never be a disaster that we cannot handle with God's loving protection when we put God first in our lives. How much better is everything in that moment? And the Bible, of course, tells us the allegorical story of Noah and the ark, that flood from a metaphysical perspective, the message about you and I today and our flooding pandemic. Every character, every action in the Bible is talking about us, that plan that is within us as we begin to look and seek the truth of our being. And the Bible, never does things halfway, in case you haven't noticed. You can see the many stories that are about water. Noah's flood, the parting of the Red Sea, walking on water, calming the storm, turning water into wine, to mention just a few. And they carry with them great symbology, known and used by their writers. Charles Fillmore took a look at the metaphysical description there, and our Bible allegory talks about God looking down at us right today. He said, what's going on down there, my beautiful earth? I created you in my image and likeness. What is going on? I see you gathering about in very weird gatherings. And what's this bit about hoarding toilet paper? I created an abundance of everything, and it's there for you right now. And hey, even there in the United States, what's going on in the political parties? What is going on? It's about time for us to get back to something that we're created in, to remember. The ark symbolizes the saving and preserving aspect of the spiritual law, a positive saving state of consciousness, which forms within its only refuge, our only refuge from outer floods. And the ark that we're building right now is to protect us. It is being built by Noah, which represents that rest, that calm within us. That spiritual ark is our spiritual principles, those truths that God has given us, the Christ within, guiding us each step of the way. Our ark must be built on mathematical dimensions, cubits, that are described for the ark. And they symbolize the spiritual truths that we know about. And the people that are on that ark, that Noah was guided to take on there his inner family, represent the thoughts, the men, and the feelings, the women that are right there within us, the perfect pattern for each one of us to live. And the flood, 40 days and 40 nights, that flood is what is washing away right now the negative things that we need to release from our thoughts and feelings, the negative thoughts that are there, that are covering up the truth of our being. In 40 days and 40 nights, those floods were here. How many of you are feeling like we've been flooded inside for 40 days and 40 nights? In fact, many people are getting a little bit too restless on getting out there. But you know, within us, there's a plan. That beautiful rainbow that God sent us, those 12 powers within us are giving us the wisdom, the love, the guidance and direction, the faith in God as we seek the direction for our lives. What an opportunity we have right now to relax and rest and grab hold of this vision for each one of our lives. Maybe some of you have lost your jobs right now. I got news for you. There's a new one that is waiting for you that is the very best next activity in your life. As we eliminate all of the stuff that no longer believes there, take a deep breath in this time. And like Anne was saying, turn within in the silence and seek the direction you're experiencing. And because the experiences that we're facing right now in this moment are either here for our growth or to make an adjustment in our attitude in the outlook of life. The Bible tells us to resist not appearances of evil, but to look for the good in this moment. God means it for good. Yeah, we need to wear the masks and we need to social distance for a period of time, but listen to the words. And then take time to laugh and look at the sunshine, the beauty that is all around you. God has a sense of humor at times. And I've been watching that squirrel out there, and my bird feed are getting all the food, so I have to get a little exercise and refilling it again. And you know, in a department store, a small boy was standing at the foot of the down escalator, staring intently at the moving handrail. "Is there something wrong?" the manager said to the little fellow. "No, sir," said the boy. "I'm just waiting for my bubble gum to come back again." And that's exactly what our life is about. What we give comes back again. And what we're willing to give right now, the peace, the joy, the patience, waiting for that good to come back again. I want to share with you some words that were actually in our daily word from a week ago yesterday, because I'm challenging you with this activity now in your life. The word said, "Today is a new day in my story." Life is filled with a myriad of endings and beginnings, and today I may find myself at the start of a new chapter, or on the last pages of the one I've been working on to complete for a long time. No matter where I am in the story, I may wonder if the tale is unfolding as it should. I bookmark where I am in this moment. I breathe in unlimited possibilities before me, trusting the divine guidance is as close as my next heartbeat, knowing that I can feel within for the answers to life's questions. I exhale, releasing all it took to get me to this time and space, grateful for the journey I've taken. No matter what the narrative has been, I know the pages ahead of me yet to be written. God is my source. The pen is in my hand, and a new day is dawning before me. And from Deuteronomy, the 31st chapter, verse 8, we read, "It is the Lord who goes before you. He will be with you. He will not fail you nor forsake you. Do not fear or be dismayed." Look for that rainbow connection. It is there for you. When we abide in the presence of God, We are the Rainbow Connection. We are no longer limited by any situations, no longer looking at life with the same light again. What happened in the past no longer matters. You aren't limited by the experiences from which you have come. That Rainbow Connection is waiting for you right there. A new day is dawning. God bless every one of you. Find that Rainbow Connection.
Reverend Crooks, thank you so much for your playful and thoughtful message today. My brain was just going off in all sorts of different directions with bringing those words into personal meaning, into events. Thank you so much for your beautiful music. Something to look forward to. It is our intention to return to in-person services on Sunday, June 7th, and we will be doing so under whatever guidelines for gatherings the City of Memphis has in place at that time. The week prior, we will provide detailed information via our Facebook page, our website, email blast, and a special mailer. But we are really looking forward to seeing your faces in this space once again as we rejoin each other, taking into account the necessary abundance of caution. In the meantime, we remain committed to serving you spiritually, emotionally, and mentally to get through these continuing challenging times as one united family. With your continued support, we will press forward with faith through prayer, meditation, and internet action remotely. For the time being, please join us each Sunday at 10:45 for our Facebook live stream of our weekly Sunday message. And we continue as an additional way to maintain our spiritual connection with our Unity family to engage in 10 or 15 minutes or more of daily conscious meditation with one another, which we begin virtually at 11 a.m. each day. This time corresponds to the daily Unity prayer service at Silent Unity. We continue to live stream our own Silent Unity prayer service with the Reverend Crooks each Wednesday at 11 a.m., and we use this time as our collective meditation time for Wednesdays. In these many, many ways, let's continue to stay connected. Let us hear from you. You can request prayers through our prayer request portal on our website. And speaking of our website, please check out the We're All in This Together post on our events and activities page for resources to maintain connection and ideas for things that you can do while maintaining appropriate social distancing. Donations can mail to the church office, where you can scroll down to the important announcement post on our Facebook page to find the link to donate, or donations can be made online via our website in the Ways to Support the Church page. We love you, we bless you, we behold the Christ in you, and we know that even apart, we are all still one. The light of God surrounds you. The love of God enfolds you.
The light of God surrounds you. The love of God enfolds you.
The power of God protects you.
The power of God protects you.
The presence of God watches over you.
The presence